Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Lucy and I will be your personal trainer today. We're going to be completing a strength training workout with dumbbells. This workout is going to have circuits of work that we will complete, 4 in total, and you will need 2 dumbbells to get this workout completed.
So we're going to start with our first circuit, which is going to be lower body. We're going to be focusing primarily on your quads with this circuit, and we're going to start with our reverse lunges. Hold your dumbbells in each hand and take a step back, alternating your legs. The goal is to try and get your knee to gently tap the floor, but just go as low as you can. This circuit is a spicy little circuit. Each movement will be for 30 seconds. And your goal is to try and keep moving all the way through. 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, we're now going to go into a split squat. So step back and you're going to focus on the same leg. This is all about working single side strength, balance, core stability. You're pushing through the heel of your front foot. And again, trying to gently tap the back knee to the floor. This is also great for working your glutes and is a really good exercise if you're trying to build strength for running. Rest there. Well done. We're now going to pulse. Go down as low as you can towards the floor and pulse here. Now, after those first 2 moves, this one is tough. So try and keep pulsing for the full 30 seconds. I'm suffering too, so try not to give up. We have 10 seconds left. Only 10 more seconds and then we can rest. Push through, guys. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Well done. We've got 15 seconds recovery now. And then you get to do it all again on the other side. So we're going to go for those reverse lunges, taking that step back, tapping that knee very gently to the floor. Imagine almost like your mat or the floor is made of glass and you do not want to shatter that glass, so try not to drop heavily down in that lunge. We're halfway. Then we get to go into those split squats and pulses on the other side, and I bet you can't wait for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good job, guys. Let's do that split squat. So you're on the other side, you're gently tapping that knee towards the floor and you're pushing up and out through that front leg. When you get to the top, like I said, try and squeeze your glute. Think about building strength in that single side and make sure your shoulders are pulled down and back. So you want to focus on your posture as you do this as well. Try not to let your shoulders hunch forward. We're nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we pulse. 30 seconds. The pulse is definitely the worst one, but you can do it, guys, okay? Keep pushing through. Try and keep that knee nice and low. Breathe, smile, grit your teeth, whatever you need. We've got 15 seconds. Good work, guys. Keep holding those dumbbells if you can, but if you need to, drop the dumbbells and just pulse body weight. You're still getting that great benefit. 3, 2, 1, done. Well done. Okay, we've got a full minute of rest now before we repeat that circuit. It is very much needed because we know that circuit's pretty tough. Now, at this point, if you need to grab a drink, or if you want to change your weights out, so for example, if you want to go heavier with your dumbbells, or even if you want to grab a lighter pair, now's your opportunity. You can switch those out in this rest period. If you're sticking with the same weights, then you can do that and enjoy this little bit of rest before we go into the second round of this lunging circuit. This is a really good way to build strength in your quads, in your lower body. Doing that unilateral work, which means single side, is super important. All right, guys, let's get ready. We're going back into those reverse lunges, 30 seconds. Try and make sure you're moving for quality rather than for repetitions. So take your time rather than trying to move really fast and therefore compromising your form. Good job, guys. We're nearly there. We've already done 30 seconds on that first set of reverse lunges. Relax there. Let's get into that split squat position. Drop that knee down, lift and squeeze. Gently tap the knee and lift. We're going to be using that same leg we started on in the first round. And our motivation to get through is thinking about a nice perky bum and strong legs. Whether that is just for everyday life or to make us better and stronger at running, these exercises are super important. 3, 2, 1. All right, split squat pulse, let's go. Stay low. Keep moving through that exercise. Think about bracing that core. Pull that belly button up and in to keep you stable. Good work, guys. Think about how good you're going to feel when we are done. 10 seconds on this side. That's all we've got left. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Amazing. Rest. 15 seconds. Okay. Let's get ready for the other side. We're going back into the reverse lunges. I like to switch the way I look on my mat. It just helps me remember which leg I'm going to be working when I go into those split squats and pulses. Good work, guys. This is the last set of reverse lunges, so make it your best set yet. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work, guys. Let's go into those split squats. Tap the knee, lift, squeeze the glutes at the top. Make sure you are trying to stay nice and stable through the midline. Good work. You have 15 seconds. Good. Like I said, it's better to move slowly and with good form than rush this movement. And also, if you're really feeling the burn like I am, maybe going a little bit slower is better. Good. All right, last set of split squat pulses. Let's go. I'm going to distract you and make you think about the lovely YouTube award we have in the back of this picture for when we got our 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It was a very exciting day for us. You've got 10 seconds left, guys. Keep going. We are nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done with your lunges. Amazing. Let's rest for a minute now. A very well-deserved and much-needed rest after that very spicy lower body circuit A. I don't know if you're like me, but I love my mat to just be in like a one straight line, so I'm adjusting it here, just in case you're wondering. We won't call it OCD, you can call it whatever you like, but I like it to be straight, and for the dumbbells to be in a nice order. Alright guys, for our second circuit, we're going to be going into working on the lower body, but primarily focusing on the back of the body now. So your glutes, your hamstrings, and also your back. It's called your posterior chain. And it's very important for obviously making sure that we are functional, making sure we can lift heavy objects from the floor. And the first move we're going to do in this circuit is our Romanian deadlift. So you're going to do a hinging pattern, sending your hips back towards the wall, and then as the dumbbells come down, you're then going to drag them up the legs, keep them as close to the body as you can, and squeeze your glutes at the top. The goal is to keep your back as flat as possible here, so try not to let your shoulders round forward. You've got 5 seconds left here. 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. We're now going to go into a wider stance, so slightly turn your toes out, and we're doing what's called a sumo deadlift. So this works a little bit deeper into the glutes. It continues to work your hamstrings, but in that slightly wider position, you're going to feel that a little bit differently than you did in the Romanian deadlift. Both exercises, like I said, are great for the glutes and hamstrings, and everybody wants a perkier bum, so keep going. Really good work, guys. Remember to really squeeze at the top and focus on that nice flat back. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Put one dumbbell down. We are now going to do our dumbbell snatch. So you're going to take that dumbbell all the way up and overhead, and you're going to alternate arms each time. This is an explosive movement, so you're using your legs, using your glutes, using your hamstrings to snap the hips open and power that dumbbell up rather than just lifting and pressing. This is not an upper body exercise. Really good job, guys. I'm using a 10 kilogram dumbbell here. Rest and recover, but use what dumbbell you have at home that's challenging. We now have another full minute's rest before we repeat the second lower body circuit. Enjoy the rest. Grab a drink if you need one. Catch your breath after those dumbbell snatches so that we can go back into round 2 feeling fresh and ready. Or at least ready, maybe not fresh. Now, like I mentioned with the first circuit, adjust your weights according to how that round felt. Was it very easy? If it was, and you have heavier weights, maybe it's time to up the weights. If that was really, really hard, and you're like, oh, I can't believe I'm gonna have to do a second round, maybe you can adjust those weights down, but just do what feels good for you. I'm using 2 10-kilo dumbbells for this circuit. I feel like the slightly heavier weights gives me a little bit more of a burn in the glutes, which is what we're looking for in this circuit. So let's get ready and go back in with our Romanian deadlifts. The difference between a normal deadlift and a Romanian deadlift is you keep tension in the hamstrings, so you're not popping the weights on the floor in between each repetition. Mainly you do that if you were using a barbell, if you have a barbell at home or in the gym, but for a Romanian deadlift, you stop around the middle of the shin on each rep. Great work, guys. You have 3 seconds left. Fantastic. Now let's go into those sumo deadlifts, that slightly wider stance, still focusing on pulling those shoulder blades down and back, squeezing the glutes when you come to the top and keeping that back nice and flat. You can see from this side position that nice flat back there. Great work, guys. Just make sure you are hinging, so those hips are slightly higher than your knees each time and you're not going into a squat position. I'm sure you will feel the difference after all that quad work with the lunges. All right, guys, put one dumbbell down. Let's do our final set of alternating dumbbell snatches. Snap open those hips to punch that dumbbell up and overhead, and try and keep the arm in line with the ear at the top so the weight is stacked directly on top of you for each repetition. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys, you get another minute's rest before we go into our next circuit. I'm going to stick with my heavier dumbbells for this circuit. So I'm going to use my 10 kilos. You can let us know in the comments below when you finish the workout today which circuit you preferred. So maybe you enjoyed lower body A, maybe you preferred lower body B, or maybe you're going to like this next circuit best. So you can pop in the comments below which one you like best. I can probably guess which one, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys, and then I can let you know if I was right or not. Alright, guys, so get yourself ready. Grab one of your dumbbells, and we're going to hold it in a goblet position, which is essentially the top, holding the top of your dumbbell against your chest. Lower body C, let's go. We're starting with goblet squats. So I want you to send your hips back and down, aiming to get your hips below your knees. So your hip crease should be below your knees. If you were to pop a marble on your leg, it should be rolling back and down rather than rolling forward. Good work, guys. You've got 10 seconds. We're sticking with this 30-second bouts of work for each exercise. All right, guys, pop your dumbbell down. You're now going into a narrow squat. So you don't need a weight for this. If you want to keep holding that weight, feel free, but I've put mine down and I am focusing on my form, trying to keep those legs that little bit narrower and sending my hips back and down, keeping my core nice and tight and trying not to let my chest dip too far forward. The narrow squat is a tough exercise. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back with the pulse. 30 seconds sumo squat pulse. So you want a slightly wider stance with those legs. Push your knees out. Stay low. Breathe through it. We've already done the pulses on the lunges. They're definitely worse than the squat pulse, in my opinion. 15 seconds left, guys. Keep going. Don't give up. Stay down with me. Keep pulsing. We are nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Well done. That is a tough combo. Goblet squat, narrow squat, and squat pulse. It's only 30 seconds on each one though, so think about how quick and effective that little circuit is for your legs. Enjoy your minute's rest, boogie to the music, and get yourself ready to do those 3 moves for the final time. I do find something very satisfying about a goblet squat though. It's one of my favourite moves. Alright guys, you hopefully are feeling a little bit more rested now, ready to go back in. So get ready and grab hold of your dumbbell and let's go with our 30 seconds of goblet squats. Off you go. Sending those hips back and down. It's important that we keep our core nice and tight so that we don't collapse at the bottom of our squat and that we have strength and power to push up and out, especially if you are using a heavy dumbbell or even a heavy kettlebell. Good job, guys. The lower we go into the squat, the more functional that movement becomes, the stronger we are. 3, 2, and 1. Pop the dumbbell down. Let's go with those narrow squats. Feet slightly closer together. Sending those hips as low as you can and then pushing up and out. And again, trying not to let that chest dip too far forward. Challenge yourself not to let your knees push out too far here. This is a great exercise as well for strengthening your ankles. Really good job, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go a little bit wider. Let's sumo squat pulse. Exercises like this pulse is really good because you're going to be building up endurance in those legs. If you are someone who likes to walk, hike, run, think about how much further you can go with stronger legs that can endure more. So try not to give up on these pulses. You have 10 seconds left. Great work, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We did it. Take your minute's rest. Alright guys, you might be thinking, this is a total body strength workout, Lucy. Why have we not done any upper body yet? But don't worry, we have it all ready for you now. So you've done all of your lower body. You'll be pleased to know your legs are feeling stronger, you're feeling fitter, and we're going to finish the workout today with upper body. So 3 different upper body exercises. They'll also work your core, just like all of those lower body moves have as well. So we've kind of nailed our core throughout the entire workout without actually having to do a specific core movement. How good is that? Alright guys, I'm going to pop my dumbbells out of the way. I don't need them for the upper body portion of this workout. So I want you to come down into your mat and we're going to do our push-ups or our press-ups. You can do these from your toes, or if you haven't got push-ups on your toes yet, that's not a problem. Just do them from your knees And like I said with your other exercises today, make sure you're keeping that core nice and tight. Think about pulling your belly button up and in. Think belly button to spine. And try not to let your hips dip towards the floor in those push-ups. Alright guys, now we're going to do a cobra push-up. So let your hips rest on the floor. Try not to use your lower body at all. Your hands will be in a little diamond position, slightly in front of your face, and you're going to press up and away. So this targets into our lower back and into our triceps. And when I was saying we're working our core, your core is all the way around. So it's not just those show muscles on the front of your tummy, but it wraps all the way around. So strengthening your lower back is also working your core. All right, guys, last exercise is our plank hold. So we're going to do 30 seconds. It will feel tough after the push-ups and cobra push-ups, but I want you to challenge yourself. If you need to drop to your knees, you can do. Just drop them straight down towards the floor. Otherwise, stay with me in that full high hand plank hold. I find a little plank boogie always helps me to get through to the end. We're nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Rest and recover. I told you, spicy upper body to finish today. So I'm just going to do a little child's pose here, stretch out my arms, take a few big deep breaths before we have to go back in with our push-ups, which I know for a lot of us are often one of the hardest exercises, but also one of the best. They're not really just an upper body move, they're kind of a total body exercise, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of motivation to keep going. So we only have one more circuit, guys, before we finish our workout today, which is very exciting. So we're going to go back in with our push-ups. Get yourself ready, decide if you are going knees, toes. Off you go, 30 seconds. The goal is to try and get your chest to touch the floor on every rep. Think about sending your elbows back towards your t-shirt rather than flaring out to the side. Keep moving for the full 30 seconds. This is your last set of full push-ups. Great work, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go straight into those cobra push-ups. Hands in that diamond. Try not to use your glutes here. So try and relax your glutes, which might sound a bit weird, but try not to squeeze your bum to assist you on the way up. Try and think about only using your upper body. Good job, guys. We're halfway through these cobra push-ups. And then we will just have one more plank hold to finish our workout today. Great work, guys. We're nearly there. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go into that plank. Knees or toes. Hold for a full 30 seconds. We are so close to finishing our workout today. 15 seconds left. Don't give up, guys. Remember, when you are done with the workout, let us know which of these circuits has been your favorite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and workout complete. Good work, guys.
We did it! We completed our strength training with dumbbells workout today. If you did enjoy this workout and you're interested in working with Rosie and I, then do go to our website, which is www.familyinspiredtraining.com. We offer online programming and we also have tons of other resources on our website that you might want to go and check out.